You don't want to start something yourself, start your own little trend and benefit off it instead of just following along and ain't getting shit for it.
Yeah. It's like the way you're talking about it, I noticed that about myself too. Why is it that you prefer to relax?
I believe they need validation through whomever. They just not comfortable with self. I don't know if that's just a
Yeah, nah.
Capricorn thing, but I'm okay with being, by myself.
More Action Podcast. We here with Nathan Parker. Go ahead and let him know.
What's up, man? My name is Nathan Parker, man, aka Jumanji Boy on Instagram. I'm just human. like I tell everybody else, man.
That's what we're about to find out today.
But
man.
I am a model, a professional bodybuilder, a football player, an artist. I'm all in one, man. Jack of all trades.
Hey, bro, that's what we out here to do, man. Because when I got started with the podcasting, it was really all about credit. I was the credit guy, and then I was doing art, at a younger age, but at one point I was the artist, trying to make beats and trying to make songs.
Facts.
We switch up, we move around, we do multiple things, but do you believe it's really, necessary to just do one thing, or is it good to do multiple things?
I honestly think it's good to do multiple things, just so the simple fact that you learn what you can do and you figure out what you are good at. And that's if you're able to get paid for it at the same time, it's a plus. But doing something that you actually love and you're good at it, why not, man?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's true. A lot of people that I've been talking to, they'll give the advice that you just said. You got to do multiple things and figure out all of your talents. But then there's some people who say, no, you got to focus on that one thing.
Facts.
And you can be the best, put 100% into one thing. But it's different things, different strokes for different folks. And I just wanted to get your opinion on that.
I would say chop it down to 3 or 2, so you won't have too many cups to fill. It'll be easier to fill 2 cups than 5. So if you can narrow it down to at least 2 things that you're good at, and you can get a routine of a functioning way of getting money flow or networking flow, you'll be set.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good advice, man. So go ahead and let them know a little bit more about you, so that way when we're having this conversation, they kind of understand where you're coming from. You know what I mean? How old are you?
Well, I'm 29.
29. Okay.
That's 29, but I feel like I'm 22.
Hey, that's health right there. Health is wealth. Health is important. Tell them about what you've been doing recently when it comes to bodybuilding and, weight training, anything with sports like the football that you mentioned.
So I'll talk about my main focus right now. So
keep that mic to you.
So I'm gonna talk about my main focus right now, as in bodybuilding. As far as in bodybuilding, I like to step on stage. I like to be in front of the bright lights. I like to be in my own space in a sense. So I am focused on my creativity as far as in sculpting the body the way I want it to be, you know what I'm saying?
So is that what got you into it? Like wanting to be pretty much one with yourself? Because you did mention football, that's a team sport.
Yeah.
But I don't see you taking it as seriously as your bodybuilding, and what you just explained kind of makes that make sense. You don't have to really depend on anyone but yourself when it comes to, sculpting and doing the modeling that you're doing. So do you think that's why you got into it?
I would say yeah. I would say yeah. I like to work on myself. I like to brand myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like to showcase, man.
No, that's good. A lot of people, have a hard time finding what it is that'll bring them inner peace. You know what I'm saying?
And facts.
Doing what you're doing, the way you described it, is doing just that. So now when you go to play football, when you go to do any of the other talents you have, it's a little easier to express yourself because you had that time in the gym or on stage and it's just you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get the recognition, you don't have to look around and say we did it. It's a I did it.
It's a great feeling too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Knowing that you put in that work and the shit pay off.
Yeah, exactly.
It's no other feeling than that, man. Especially with I've just done 4 back-to-back shows. Glory to God, I won all 4 shows back to back.
Damn.
So
All right. All right. Well, okay. That can't be the first 4 shows that you did.
No,
because I've been watching, I've been seeing what you've been doing, but how did it start? Because you just said 4 back-to-back first place.
So this is just recent. So the way my bodybuilding career started out. So last year, I stepped on stage for the first time.
Okay, so that's 2024. You stepped on stage.
2024, I stepped on stage. You
remember
for the first time.
The month?
It was February.
So definitely in the beginning, like that first quarter of the year. Okay.
So I'll put it like this. Yes, it was February. So of 2024, I stepped on stage in February at Coastal Classic.
Okay, Coastal Classic. How'd that go? Like, was it like a bunch of people? Was it a smaller competition? How did you place?
Granted, it was a big show. It was a big show for my first amateur show. I did place first in my class, first in my in novice. I placed first in open, but I didn't win overall.
Damn. Okay, hey, that's a lot of wins, man, and that was just the first one. So you had a lot of first in between up until these last 4, or was it up and down? Did you ever place, like not at all, maybe third?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you did? So, okay, because I didn't know.
I'll run you through my shows, starting from my amateur. So, like I just said, from my amateur, I got first in all categories besides the overall. My second show, I went pro.
Okay.
my second show, I did go pro the following month in March, up at the Immortal. So, right after that, I prepped up until August. I stepped on the stage for presidential.
Yeah.
I got 4th.
Okay, there it is.
I got 4th place.
Okay.
That's one thing I haven't told anybody or showed anybody. That was my pro debut.
Right.
And it kind of rubbed me the wrong way because I didn't place how I wanted. But granted, I wasn't nowhere where I needed to be.
Well, I just kind of realized that you replaced each place with a first. You got 4th, but now you got 4 first. So
it was a journey to get to those eventually 4 back-to-back wins, but it did take some time and some dedication. After that 4th place, I did go 2nd place. Following year, 2025, at first show of the year. That following went down to Florida. Won the Florida Pro.
Okay, so you went. You only had a little bit of time where you was placing underneath first, but in the beginning, it kind of went straight up, maybe a little bit of a dip, and then right after that, you go to Florida. You're back at first. So since then, has it really been pretty much a first place thing for you, or you had any more dips since that Florida competition you just mentioned?
No, it was straight up. After Florida, I have yet to lose a show.
Wow.
Due to my dedication to the game, man.
See, that's why I asked you though, because there's a lesson in that. It's like people will basically, I don't want to call it beginner's luck, because luck is really to me when opportunity meets preparation, right? Because you was already doing what you needed to do in the gym, and then you started the competitions, and it just so happened you got first a couple of times. But when you got 4th, a lot of people in that same position,
Would stop.
Will stop. That's what I'm
They
saying.
would give up.
Like because from first to fourth is a difference. You know, it's not
Right.
like first to second, and then you know, however it made you feel, you used it to your advantage because obviously you just started to go back up. Now it could be a dip coming, but maybe that just means another rise is coming. You know, rises follow dips. So I just
Facts.
wanted you to explain that story
Just
because,
like the what? The
huh?
stocks.
Like the stocks.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
hey,
Hey,
don't get us started on that because me and Nathan, we talk about everything, you know, and that's why I brought him on the show, right? I wanted him to explain what he's going through, you know, who he is, what he's got going on, because y'all don't get to hear him all the time. Y'all don't get to hear him express himself like I get to hear him. You know, it's just like that. That's really what it is. So, other than what you've been doing in your, you know, professional areas, you got any like family? Like, what do you want to talk about as far as family? Like, you live near any family? Got kids? Like, what's going on?
as far as them kids, yeah, I got a couple kids.
You got a couple. You got a couple
I got a
kids.
couple kids.
All right.
I got two sons.
That's what's up,
So
man. Okay.
I got a surprise for you.
You got
I got a daughter too.
okay.
So
That's what's up, bro. So how's it been with that?
everything been smooth, man. I'm just patiently waiting to get everything together so I can be a
Mm-hmm.
little bit closer to my kids. You know,
Right, right. How old are they? Like, do you want to give out ages?
I got a three. He's about to be four. I got a two and seven,
Mm-hmm.
7 month,
Mm-hmm.
something
Okay.
like that.
Dang, man. That's it. No, that's serious because the way that you look at life after having kids, I wouldn't know. But I assume that's why you start taking things more seriously. That's why you start, you know, taking all those multiple talents and taking it down to those two or three you mentioned
Mm-hmm.
because it's time to focus. You know, I got
Right.
things to do. I got family to take care of. You know, so would you say having kids really made that mindset, or were you like that before kids? Because in my opinion, I've seen you win. You know, multiple things. Like I'll never forget high school. You know what I'm saying? He got
Yeah,
a
man.
record that I don't think Buford High has broken since. You know what I'm saying? That go ahead and tell them about the race that broke a Buford High record. You know, it was either a 4x4, I think,
It
or
was the
four
four
by
by four race.
yeah, yeah.
I'll never forget the time. It was 3:14:35.
See that y'all okay? If y'all run track, I need you to just run that time back and go check and see what schools are doing. But that was an unforgettable moment, and you were a part of it. And I've seen you, you know, a part of football games that went well because you were on the field, you know. And I've seen multiple wins in your life, like as far as modeling. You weren't just doing bodybuilding; you were
Facts.
doing, you know, clothing and you know
Fashion design,
fashion
fashion
design
wear.
and yeah, it's
Shit,
like
I was even on the runway, man.
exactly that's what I'm saying. You know, I just y'all need to understand that you have to go through different things to figure out what it is that you're really good at and what you really want to focus on because there's money to be made in every industry. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
how was it pretty much hopping around as much as you did? Because you were also in the military for a little while, right?
Right.
You know, talk about the differences and how it was moving around, you know?
As far as in like moving around, I mean, that was always in me. Due to the fact that I am a military child, so we
Mm-hmm.
were place to place. So
Mm-hmm.
I was able to adjust. And if I tell myself I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. And if I can't, I'll move along. But if I'm
Mm-hmm.
good at it, I'm gonna find a way to make it work.
Right.
So that's how I put it.
Okay. Was that from how you grew up? Like where are you from? I mean, Jacksonville. I mean, I
That's
did
just how I'm structured.
okay,
That's
okay.
how I was structured. Well, I would say from my mom and how she raised us and stuff like that. So
Okay.
structured kids, man.
Yeah, no, that's really good. Do you want to talk a little more about how it was with your mom growing up that made that structure? Like you got any stories that you remember that really made you understand, okay, this is my mama's house. I'm gonna act right, you know, this is like what
I just remember it was a time that I tried to talk back to her, I tried. She smacked me dead in my mouth. Well, I ain't gonna say smack. She punched me in my mouth, and all I could do was just look at her. I teared up, and I ran out the house. I so-called ran away. I ran away to my neighbor's house, and I'm sitting on their back patio, just thinking about how you should never talk to your mama.
Yeah, I mean, now that's
Much respect to all mothers and fathers out there, but it's you need them.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So respect will go a long way. That's
hey, I mean, think
it,
about it. I mean, I'm not saying your son's gonna deserve a punch in the mouth, but you never know.
you never know, but
you know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I noticed too, is like the way that we was growing up, and whenever we would try to talk back, if an adult really handled it in the best way that they knew how, you know what I'm saying? People today judge that type of behavior, but at the same time, no one really understands what someone's going through or how they were raised or what their intentions are.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
give them a set of kids if they ain't got none for a week. I say a couple hours, but I'm stretching it with a week. They gonna understand.
Yeah.
The frustration. A lot of parents gonna say, "Oh, I don't get frustrated." I say that all the time, but I get a little frustrated. But it's part of being a parent.
Yeah, man.
And it's real simple to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you with the mother?
Oh, we're good. We locked in forever.
That's good.
That's saying.
Yeah.
Take care of your kids, because at the end of the day, they're gonna have to take care of you.
All right. Hey, see, listen, somebody watching this needed to hear that just now, so that's why we like to talk about any and everything. And as long as we all have an understanding about, what someone else's story means to them, there's really nothing better to do to have conversations about any and everything we can. So we talked about you having a career and modeling and kids a little bit, but what do you do when you're not focused on family or focused on, working out or getting ready for competitions, playing football? Like, what do? You just hang out, be chilling? Are you laid back? Are you like a jet ski? Like, what's up with that?
For the most part, I'm either relaxing, trying to recover from working out.
Yeah.
Or I'll zone out and start doing some artwork or something like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm at peace. I'm just relaxing.
Because people let time slip by. We'll be sitting around, not even realize that a whole week passed and we haven't really got anything done.
No, I'm always working on something to get me along at the end of the day. But for my time and my peace, I'm either laying down, catching a quick nap, some artwork, or just reading something.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, for sure. What makes you want that level of peace? Because there's people who, pretty much got a lot going on like you do. They play sports or they're focused on something in particular, but they outside, like they,
Oh no.
They out every night. You know what I mean? They're looking for, I don't want to say drama, but they're always on the scene and in someone's, face. Like, why is it that you prefer to relax?
I don't know what their issue is, but I believe they need validation through whomever, but they just not comfortable with self. I'm comfortable with being with self and around self. I'm able to. I don't know if that's just a Capricorn thing, but I'm okay with being, by myself.
Yeah.
I know how to have fun with myself. I know how to laugh by myself.
Yeah, no, that's a Capricorn. Hey, my birthday January 3rd. You want to tell your birthday?
I'm January 10th, man.
Somebody might have the same birthday, but
you probably Capricorns, man.
Man. You probably understand everything he's saying right now, because I'm the same way here and there though. I like to be by myself, but it's like at the same time when I'm around people, that's
no. I'm able to be around people,
right?
But I can't be around too long. I ain't gonna lie to you. If if I don't know you, I can have a conversation. But if the conversation isn't about something that's gonna better me or help me out, or vice versa, same thing for you and me, there ain't no point of us having a conversation. I'm gonna be honest with you. If we can't help each other and we just talking about nothing, I can't talk to you.
Hey, listen, man. It's like you say it, like everybody thinks like that, but that's a rare mindset. Why is it so hard for people to think the same way? Because people will really, stress themselves out over someone else's, vision or schedule. Like, hey, I got this going on this day. You need to make it, or they judge you if you can't come to everything that they're at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why is it that people are mostly, in my opinion, like that and not the way that you just described, pretty much okay with being alone? What do you think it is?
I honestly don't know, bro. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be honest with you. I don't know.
yeah, it's kind of
It's hard to figure out people.
yeah, yeah. People be people.
People don't. Some people don't know how to be okay with themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much honestly all it probably is. They see things going on. I think it's social media.
Social media does play a huge part in it.
Why
They
you say
they
that? Do you
they
think comparing, or do you think social media is doing it?
No, I mean, social media does get you hooked on a trend or have you wanting to do something that everybody else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to start something yourself or
Yeah.
start your own little trend and benefit off it instead of just following along and ain't getting shit for it.
Yeah. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. It's like the way you're talking about it. It's like I noticed that about myself too. I feel like everybody thinks like me. Like the way I think about it,
They should.
that's what I'm saying. I
They
mean,
should.
but I say the same thing about you. The way you're expressing your mind right now, I'm like,
Like-
people, because for me personally, it's hard to do what you're describing right now. Like sometimes I'm that person agrees to go somewhere or agrees to do something for somebody,
Even if you don't want to.
yeah, like sometimes that happens to me. But that's what I'm saying. You're not that type of person, and it's just a interesting perspective. And at the same time, you
do what you want to do.
Huh?
You do what you want to do, and you don't do what you don't want to do.
Simple as that.
Simple as that, bro.
Hey, listen, that's why we here. These conversations have to be hitting somebody watching this. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody, like I said, gets to understand how he's thinking. When you run into him, don't just, walk up and think, hey, Nathan's trying to have a conversation about anything. Now give him a little grace, maybe, if you want to say, hey, introduce yourself, but give it a chance to grow. Give the conversation a chance to flow. Don't bombard them, obviously. And anything else that you want to tell somebody that hasn't met you yet, you know what I mean? Because that's what I think this is about, introducing you to the people that have thought about what's it like to sit next to Nathan and ask him.
You'll know if I don't want to talk to you. If I look zoned out and I ain't said a word to you and you just keep on talking, yeah, it's time to wrap it up. I'll tell you that now. It's time to wrap it up.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Yesterday, shout out to Podcast Summit 2025. I was there just yesterday, right? And they had Q&A moments.
Mm-hmm.
And they specifically say, introduce yourself, say, my question is, and then follow it with a question, right? There were people that would come up to the mic, say, hey, my name is so-and-so with this business, and me and my friend started the business because we love to celebrate this, and then would say, my question is, and continue to describe the business. Like my question is, me and my friend back in the day used to walk around and we thought that this was a cool idea, and it's not a question.
No.
That's the type of
You're
people.
giving them a storyline.
That's what
That's what it sounds like.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
And it's just like, that's what I'm talking about. You obviously see it. You, in my opinion, wouldn't be the person that goes up to the mic and do that. You're the type of person that will go up and say, my name's Nathan Parker. My question is, how do I fix this issue? Like you would just
I'm the basic. Get to the point. It's a simple question is a simple answer, right?
That's it. Why do you think it's hard for people to like not understand that way of thinking? Is there something you think that people go through and they say to themselves, everyone wants to hear everything I'm thinking, or everyone wants to receive more than what they ask for?
No, I think it all goes back to thinking. You thinking too much.
Okay.
You thinking just a little bit too much.
And not listening.
You not listening to the question being asked.
Yeah.
It was a simple question followed by a question, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
Not a question followed by a story. If you get to the point ASAP, I guarantee you'll get probably more than one answer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's true. And do you think that'll help someone move further in life? Because I feel like thinking too much, like you just mentioned, stops people from going past the losses they may have faced, like you did when that one time you got fourth or the second place, but you kept going. People, I feel like, slow themselves down thinking too much. A lot of people want a podcast like we're doing right now and won't just turn on the camera. There's people who want to start a business or sell courses, training them how to stay fit, and they won't do it because they're thinking about doing it. And it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's,
no, you're on the money right there.
There you go. I mean, that's just wanted to know if we agreed on that, because you can't sit around and think too much. You gotta do more. It kind of takes us back to what we was talking about before. This man has ran track. He's played football. He's modeled. He's got kids. Dealing with like there's a lot going on, but at the same time, he's doing it. More Action Podcast. You got to do more to find out what it is that you really want to do. So, like, what's next for you, though? Because you can't model forever. I've seen some guys, get into the modeling industry and then they just stop or they fall off, whatever. Is this something you about to take on for the rest of your life, or like, do you have a follow-up goal?
If it's not modeling, I know for sure it's gonna be my bodybuilding career.
Mm-hmm. So you gonna stick with the fitness.
My fitness journey is gonna be a forever journey.
Mm-hmm.
So I know for sure bodybuilding is it's gonna be the long ride for me.
Well, tell people what you have in mind, what they can expect, because what I want y'all to do in the comments is let him know, what it is that you would like to receive. Like, would you like advice on how to maybe start your own modeling, career, or maybe you want advice because of the way he just thinks and moves forward in life. What is it that y'all want to, get from Nathan? Maybe hear him talk about in another podcast, because we're going to do a part 2, and we're going to
ask me anything you want. You'll get an answer.
Good to go.
Guaranteed. Promise you.
You got any ideas about something you're putting out in the future for the people to
yes sir,
maybe courses? What you got in mind?
I will have workout packages, nutrition packages, and a gym open for you real mighty soon. I promise you that.
Hey, pay attention to the process, because you could possibly invest early. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could get a discount. I don't know if you tell them you came through More Action Podcast and ordered the product. I don't know if we could work that out, but
we'll give you a little 10% discount.
That's it. See, you heard it here.
Off the package.
It's already been said.
But you got to comment Brandon J Services.
This product is sponsored by Brandon J Services once again in Beaufort, South Carolina. If you need any painting, interior or exterior done, we will have Nathan Parker official products on sale for you. going straight through the link, either through More Action Podcast or through Brandon J Services. Be on the lookout for any and everything. Nathan Parker, Jumanji Boy. Tell them where they can find you. You know,
Oh, you can find me
Facebook.
on Instagram at Jumanji_boy BOI. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Any events coming up that they, could possibly see you perform, or maybe a meetup, possibly.
No. So what I really want y'all to stay tuned for is I got 2 more competitions for the year. 2 big competitions.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Orton Champ World Championship coming next month, and following that month, I got Mr. America.
Okay.
So
we getting some more first, man. You making it to 6?
We about to
gotta focus.
All I'm saying is history's finna be made.
Hey, you heard
and
it
I'll
here.
be damned if I let somebody else take it from me.
That's another great conversation. More Action Podcast out there to the business owners, out there to the solopreneurs, anybody trying to level up. Remember what we talked about here, man. You gotta stay focused, but at the same time, try your talents. Keep moving, whether it's in one direction or a few directions at the same time. You can't just sit on the couch. Can't be stagnant. You can't sit and overthink too much. Just keep it simple. That's what I've learned listening to you. I can't, always overthink and just go with what everybody around me's doing. If everybody around you's crowding,
then you're gonna fall into the section of being in the crowd.
Yeah. So.
And what is it hard to do? Find somebody in the crowd.
Yeah. If you want to be findable, you got to stand out. It's advice. It's advice in every story, man, in every conversation. And that's what we here to do. So I appreciate the conversation, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what's up. More Action Podcast. Until next time, do something great. Come on now.